children and her sister. But mostly, she treasures the adult time she spends with her mother as her mom ages and needs more and more help. Debbie is giving speech number 9, meant to persuade you on a certain topic. Since she recently resigned from promoting her own business, her passion is allowing her mom to live with dignity, which is the title of her speech. She hopes to persuade you to remember your elderly parents, friends, grandparents, whomever you know, and to grant them the treasured moments of your valuable time. Please give a warm welcome to Debbie Howard.
Good morning. It is morning. I had a bad night's sleep, so it feels like evening to me. Last week, Julie talked about her passions in life, and she was very eloquent in them. I've had a lot of passions over the years. When I was a little child, my passion was to go outside and play, ride my bike, be with my friends, go swimming. That was my passion as a child. My passion as a teenager, when I was 16, was to drive a car. I got my license. Mom, please, can I go anywhere? I'll drive my sisters to their meetings. I'll go to the store for you. That was my passion. 18, my passion was to vote. I felt very responsible, and I checked everything out, and I read everything, and I voted as responsibly as I could. 21, my passion was drinking. Not really, but I felt very grown up going into a bar and being able to order a drink, and of course they ID'd me, and that felt good too. But also my passion was college, my husband, my children, and it took me on through life with different passions. So my passion today is a little different. I have grandchildren, and I have children, and they're all local, and I love being with them. But my passion is my mother at the moment. Chuck last week spoke about his mother and talked about what she did and how he was in awe of her as a woman and as a mother. And yesterday was Mother's Day. So I wanted to honor my mother. I also wanted to give you a thought to keep in your heads for either now or in the future. The elderly people sort of get passed by in our world today. Our lives are busy. We've got jobs, we've got children, we've got businesses, we've got entertainment, but we forget about the elderly people in our lives. The elderly people are slowing down. Sometimes they have medical problems. They sometimes are housebound. Sometimes if you phone them, the only human voice they'll hear that day is yours. Or if you go to visit an elderly person, the only live human form they'll see is you. They've got the television, but that really is not a substitute. My parents showed me how to take care of a family member. My grandmother died at 102. And the last 3 years, I know, I'm hoping, the last 3 years she was in a board and care home. And my parents went every day to visit her, to take her something, to take her out somewhere, to entertain her. And there were 5 other people in that board and care facility that my parents also visited because no one else came to see them. And they were so grateful. The title of my speech is Living with Dignity. And what we need to give our elderly parents, grandparents, family members, even friends, is the dignity of living. When my dad died, my mom was lonely, but she was okay because she had her groups and her friends and she had her health. As time has gone on, her health has declined. And it is my job now to help her live with dignity. My mom was never, and she'll kill me for this, but she was never a good driver, in my estimation. But she's an even worse driver right now. She's 82 years old, her reflexes are slow. I don't want her driving. So I make myself available to take care of her. I will tell her that it's important, or I used to tell her that it was important to have another person at the doctor's appointment to listen to what the doctor had to say. For 2 reasons. Number 1, I want to drive her there. And number 2, she didn't really listen to what the doctor had to say. So I became her second set of ears, and she has accepted that, and she knows now that I take her to the doctor wherever it is, and I go in with her and I listen, and I take notes, and I also I also advise her, doctor, when she forgets what she's been doing, or, for example, she'll say, oh, I go to my aerobics class 5 days a week. No, she signed up for aerobics for 5 days a week. If she's lucky, she goes once a week because she sleeps in. So I have to let the doctor know about all of these things. I feel very lucky to be able to help my mom in this time. I have convinced her to allow me to drive her to the hairdresser, the nail appointments, grocery shopping, by giving her the option of driving herself. Of course, I'm hoping and praying that she'll say, yes, please come along. And I found I was successful when she called me one day and she goes, Debbie, I have a nail appointment and I'd love to have your company. Would you come with me? So now she does not feel like she's a burden to me, that I have to drive her everywhere. What I found was, as an adult, I'm spending quality time with my mother that I never did as a child or as a young adult raising my own family. I never had time. We spent a lot of time in the car together. We talk. And I'm discovering my mother as one adult to another adult. And I find that a treasure. And I put it out to every one of you to do the same thing with the people in your life. Treasure them, talk to them, spend time with them. It's a world, it's a new world, and it's a world of difference. From being a child, or even a young adult busy with your own lives, to being someone who can spend time, quality time, with your parent. So in closing, I challenge you all to remember your parents, grandparents, whomever is in your life, to help them and take care of them. Diane Eisner reminded me that I'm actually teaching my children how to do the very same thing for me, but what I do with my mom. So remember, monkey see, monkey do. Show your children or your significant others or your nieces and nephews how to take care of you in the future.